Mother's Day is this weekend, and I don't know. I'm
Yes.
I'm struggling too. So you were giving us 10 things to bless our moms with.
Yeah, 10 things that aren't like the things that you're buying all the time, right? I'm just so overwhelmed by that last. I have to
I'm
cool
sorry.
off.
Okay, I'm
Cool
sorry.
off,
Wait,
cool
hold
off.
on.
All right. So thank you.
You're welcome.
So the first thing I want to say is encourage regular checkups. Because the regular monitoring of health is absolutely essential. A lot of times stuff you can catch things in time and end up having 15, 20, 30 more years with your parent than you thought you would, or than you would if those things don't get caught. So just a regular screening, like, hey, mom, let me set these things up for you. Right. Let's just sit here and set this. I'm going to come over and we'll just make all the calls with your physician and share your appointments with me, like in iPhone, whatever, whatever. So if you want me to go, that's great. Or I'll just follow up and be like, how did your appointment go? That's your way to keep them honest, because they'll be like, yeah, I'm going to set it up. And then they don't. Right. So that's how you check in. So you also want to promote a balanced diet. That's the next thing. So, like rich in fruits and vegetables, grains. So, one of the things is, hey, mom, does mom have a juicer or does mom have a blender? 9 out of 10, she does, but maybe she needs you to come over, bring some fruits and veg, or you guys hit the farmer's market, or you go and bring it in and say, hey, I just want to bring you a box of stuff so you can start your juicing again. What? Sexy and fine by summertime, moms. Go ahead. And so, the next thing is stay active. So, regular physical activity tailored to her fitness level and interest. Stop telling these people stuff that they should do that you know they don't want to do. Don't be getting her a thing for Pilates class and you know she don't like them little stretchy bands. Like, if she likes to go walking, get her a new pair of walking shoes, or come over and say, hey, you know what? Let me show you how you can use your Apple Watch or whatever device you have to track your steps, and let me program it for you. Because 9 out of 10, she's got the technology, but maybe hasn't been using it. You can even challenge each other, like share the fitness. You know how to do that, Professor Hunter, where you can share it with somebody else?
Mm-mm. No, I ain't trying to share my fitness with anybody. That's personal.
You're sinking my
Yeah,
battleship over
no,
here.
I don't want nobody. I'm sorry, but I don't want nobody in my fitness business.
Well, what you
And
can
I'm
do
just
is
thinking,
share it. So when
okay,
if you say, "Hey, I'm going to do 6,000 steps a day or 8,000 or 10,000," it sort of keeps you honest. And even if you don't make that goal, it's not a criticism. It's like, "Oh, hey, I got 4,000 in already. You going to go out now too?" "Oh, yeah, you too." So you don't have to be in the same place at the same time. You can just encourage, right?
okay.
um I also love mental stimulation. So things like puzzles and reading, learning new skills, engaging hobbies. So let's say that mom used to knit or crochet and she's gotten out of the habit. Maybe that's just something you talk about and see what she might be interested in. If she likes Sudoku, if she likes puzzles and games, it's a great opportunity. There's some new card games too that ask parents questions that are sort of like offbeat and maybe a little bit shocking or whatever, that you can ask them about their lives. And it's so much fun to play that stuff back and
They
forth. So
should
that's
get
nice.
Reese Colbert's "Am I Tripping" for their mama, and then
Ooh.
play "Am I Tripping." Reese Colbert has a Reese is on Clay's show, and she's got her own show on Urban View on Saturdays, and she has a game called
Oh, I
"Am I
love this.
Tripping."
How can
Yeah, I
people
think
get
that would
that?
be great. Am I tripping?
Yes.
And you don't put the G on the end. I think it's amitripping.com. Smith, find the link, please. I
That
think
sounds
it's
like a lot of
yeah,
fun.
yeah, it's Am I Tripping Game. So the G in tripping becomes the G in game. Am I
Okay.
tripping game.com.
I love that. That's a
Yeah.
great idea. Yeah, and it can be fun, right? So you're not just throwing a book at her and you're like, "Read more, mom." And you got to be interactive. Okay. Let's look at social interaction. So maybe her friends and family can boost her spirits too. And that's an opportunity to say, hey, well, let's reach out to this person. Or um, even if it's over Zoom, some parents are like, I don't use it enough or whatever. And you can just show them how to use those things depending on the age of the parent. So they can do it on their phone or their computer, and they're in touch with folks and making those connections. There are also things in their own community that may not have researched or thought about, where there are gatherings, get togethers, go play spades, go do this, go hang out, whatever they're interested in. Don't try to recommend stuff you don't do that. Don't do it. Okay.
I feel
Rec-
like Dr. Alman, people do buy gifts for people that they want.
yeah, what's
Like
up?
I feel like it's like you didn't consider the people that you're buying these
Not
for
at
at
all.
all.
I am such a practical Taurian. Don't bring anything to my house I don't already have. I got all the things I like. So bring yourself. I
Thank
like you,
you.
bring you,
Right.
and maybe food because Taurus, right? Like bring some food, but something I
We do like
like,
that. Yes.
right? And
Yes.
that's it. But don't bring me things. I like a more minimal situation. I have all the pretty things I like. Like, don't bring any things because then I'm going to have to take it to Goodwill in a year. I don't want to do that. Like, that's not what I want. So I love that. Don't give mom a gift you just want. Okay. So adequate sleep. So what
Sleep.
is it that
All
she needs
right.
for restful sleep? Check in with her. Like, how you sleeping? What's going on? And not just like, oh, I'm good. Like, it's a little deeper than that. Go a little deeper, like, hey, what time do you usually go down? Or you having any issues with sleep? Be like, I myself am trying to get more sleep. Put it on yourself. I'm trying to get more sleep, get into bed earlier, get up earlier, just like you used to tell me, mom. I learned it from you, mom. So you got to be like, hey, and is there anything I can do to help you? Do you need like a tea at night? Here's a tonic. Here's something that might be of assistance. And there's an opportunity for your sleep to get better and her sleep. And we find that cognitive function is connected to sleep. So the less sleep that people get as they get older, the larger the chance is for them to have cognitive function situations like Alzheimer's and dementia and other things. That sleep is important. Sometimes that sleep is connected to lighting in their house. So the lighting in their bedroom needs to be warmer bulbs, or the lighting can be changed. Like you put in the right kind of switch. I have those in my house. The light can go from bluer in the daytime and it automatically shifts itself to more orange at night so that it goes in time with sunrise, sunset. So everybody in my house will act right. I want some good acting right in my house. So it really does help. Hydration. So ask mom about
Ooh.
her water bottle, what you got, what kind of water bottle you got, have competition of the water bottles. And what you can
Mm.
do, like I said, it's invitational. It's not accusational. So you get yourself a water bottle because you're ashy. Your soul is ashy. I could see it from here. So you get a water bottle, she get a water bottle, everybody get a water bottle. And right, as Professor Hunter drinks from her bottle, this lady stay hydrated. That skin be looking fly, just moist.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
one of the things that's great is like apps. I use an app called Waterminder. I don't work for these people. I just like it. I've been using it for years. And Waterminder, it's called. And so you put in, like, you can put in your weight, your height, or whatever info you want or don't, but it'll remind you, it'll pop up, not in an annoying way, but just like on your screen to say, hey, drink some more. And you just tap it to show that you've drunk some water. And then by the end of the day, you're where you need to be. I have it lock off to stop reminding me at like 7 p.m. because I don't want to drink a lot of water at 8 and 9. I don't need to get
Mm-mm.
up in the middle of the night, which breaks our sleep, which is what we talked
Girl.
about a minute ago. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, stress management. Now that you don't live in her house anymore, hopefully she shouldn't be as stressed as she was. Mom shouldn't be. Trust me, I know. I trust me. I have a child in my 30s and I have a child that's in her 30s and I have a child that's in her 20s that's in university and they're so I would say that now that should be less stressful, but maybe her job is still challenging. Maybe she's semi-retired, retired. There are all kinds of stressors. People who still do live in the house, including her partner, could be stressful. So, so you want to make sure that you help her through mindfulness or meditation. If she's open to that kind of thing, you could get her a class like, hey, how about this? Or here's some tip on YouTube or whatever. Send her some stuff and say, again, invitationally, I've tried this out and I like it. I found that it helped me. Like, tell me what you think. Like give it a try this evening, see what you think, or whenever you get a chance. So it's not any pressure because she doesn't need more stress. She needs less stress. Safety measures is next. So making sure that she's in a safe environment. So reducing fall risks of falling down by removing clutter, like come over and help her declutter and don't talk any mess while you're there. Like, oh, you love to collect stuff. Man, over here is shut it. Shut it down to the ground. Just move the stuff and shut up about it too. And don't move things. Don't take away stuff that belongs to her that she's going to be like, where's my this or that? That's stressful. So instead, like, hey, mom, I'm going to make 2 piles. This is stuff that you're thinking about. This is stuff you definitely want to go. This is stuff you want to keep. So there are 3 piles of possibilities. And so that thinking about is definitely going to go too. But at least you've given her a little flexibility within that. So decluttering her walkways, making sure they're well lit. So if there are lights out in certain areas, or making sure there are night lights where she's coming down the stairs or anything, you do not want that trouble of falling down. Okay. Supportive
and
environment.
number one, this is the
number
last one, 'cause
1.
I've been keeping track. Smiz, drum roll.
Right.
You got 1 minute. Number 1.
Boom. Provide emotional support and listen to her needs and concerns, and showing empathy and understanding is number 1. So just hearing her instead of just telling mom what she has to do, what she needs to do. Instead, like I said, it's invitational. It's aspirational. Like, hey, mom, how can I be of assistance? Because let me tell you something. This Taurus right here, acts of service is my love language, baby. You can get it all. You could get it. If you come and do a job for me, what? Stop it. I'm all yours. Forget about it.
Hilarious. And I'm the same way. Oh my God. I don't know.
Guess what?
Yes.
I knew that.
You do. Yes. Oh, this is beautiful. And the being quiet is so important, because I don't think we listen to our moms enough. So
no.
I want to say we have
also tell her she's
left.
Right.
Tell her she's right.
Say, you know what? You're so right about so many things when I was growing up. I really appreciate you. What?
Well, I really appreciate you. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Grandmother's Day. Happy birthday, Dr. Sunyatta. You are everything. We love you.
Thank you. I love you too. Thank you so much.